Alright gang, welcome back to our 0 to Billionaire challenge on Ohio Richlands. Now you may be noticing, and you may be asking yourself, Z, why do you have a different trailer than what you bought last time? Well, I took a chance on that trailer thinking that it would work for these bales, and it was not compatible. Even though it said the size was fine, it was not compatible. So we had to get a different one. So we sold it, we lost a small chunk of change, but not a whole lot, and had to get a different one. This one should work. Yes, perfect. So I think it holds a little bit less bales, maybe like 5 or 6 bales less, but it will work, and it was within the price range that we could afford. So this is the one we're going to go with. Now these bales are not ready yet. I believe they're at like 70%, 80%. Some of them are 70, but 80%. So they're not going to be ready for us to go sell immediately. But what I would like to do is get them off the field here and move them over towards our farm where they belong at. So that's what we're going to do first off, is we're going to load all these bales up and then unload them near our barn, and then we can go ahead and start harvesting the back crop back there. And once these are done, we will then take them and sell them. There's no reason for us to hold on to it. Silage does not fluctuate as far as the price very much. So in my opinion, we just go ahead and sell it when they're ready to be sold. And we can use the money. Since we're keeping the rest of our crop until it's best time to sell it, whenever we have these bales, we can just go ahead and sell them. Now, it does have hay on, well, maybe it's not. Maybe that's just the logo design for it. I don't know. But it should be silage, so we should be able to sell it as silage. At least get the ones out of the way back here where we have to go across into that field. I don't know if we're going to be able to do a stack of 3 or if a stack of 2 is the highest. I have no idea. We're going to find out right now. Oh, we can do a stack of 3, it looks like. Okay, good. Looks like they're not going to stack all of them on there. Looks like they're going to offset them a little bit, which is fine with me. This is so nice, just being able to drive by and have them just appear on the trailer. It's so nice. Looks like 28 bales is what it holds. I don't think I mentioned it in the last episode. I talked about it. But we had a total of 80-something bales, is what it was. I said 100 and something when I was making my guess, but then I never actually showed you how many bales we had. Where is it at? I forget where it's at. Here it is. 89 bales. That's a lot of bales. That's a lot of bales, gang. A lot. So I think I'm just going to stick them over here in the grass somewhere. I mean, they're silage bales. It's not going to hurt anything. And we can just drive back by and pick them up. So let's flip on this to make sure we don't do anything incorrectly here. Unload bales. Unload here. Oh. Okay. Maybe not. I did something wrong. Let's pick them back up. It won't take that long. It took 2 seconds to pick them back up. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. Oh, okay, here we go. We got it. We got it. That'll work. It's not the perfect unload, but it'll work. Alright, let's go ahead and get this done, gang. All right, that is the bales done. That made short work of that, man. This is this is awesome. Very unrealistic, but awesome. Definitely helps our speed and our time management with bales. It's unbelievable how fast that was. So what we're going to do is we're going to move and just drop this trailer off from here. We're actually going to fill this up. We're going to load it with some of those ones that we already took off on purpose because we plan on selling these as soon as they're ready. So we might as well just go ahead and get a trailer load full. Perfect. We can just leave those there. I'll put it into transporting position. I keep forgetting what button that is because it's different from some of the other ones that I use. We're just going to place this trailer right about here somewhere. Not perfect. We're not going to worry about if it's aligned properly or anything like that. And we're going to get into our harvester, which is extremely dirty. It needs a bath. We're going to head back and get our other field harvested. Now, it's got a lot of weeds in it, so the yield probably isn't going to be that good. And we need to buy a drill for this field. Now, the problem with the drill is, once again, we don't have a tractor that is big enough, or has enough horsepower, excuse me, to be able to get a big drill. And so that's kind of the reason why I'm waiting on the bales to hopefully be ready here sometime soon. And what we may end up doing is speed up time ever so slightly. Actually, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We'll put it at 10 times. Just until we get somewhere around noon. And then I will slow it back down. And then hopefully at that point, the bales will be ready. We can sell them. And I'm hoping... I need to unfold it. I'm hoping at that point, if the bales are ready, and we sell all the bales, that we're going to make enough money from that to be able to buy a tractor, regardless of if we just upgrade our one tractor and keep one for now, or if we buy a separate tractor and keep the one that we actively have, to be able to utilize a bigger drill. And actually, I haven't even looked. I should look and see if there's anything out in the sales shop today. There is a tractor out there. It is less than what we currently have. It would be nice and useful for around the farm, but I think right now our goal should be to try to get a bigger tractor, or at least upgrade the current tractor we have. If we upgrade the current tractor we have to something better, and we still have enough funds to buy that used tractor, we will certainly do so. But it's just going to depend on how much we get out of that silage. Now, silage shouldn't be too terrible right now. If we go look at it. Where are you, silage? There you are. No selling point. Oh. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. We're going to have to put down some kind of selling point for silage then. I'm very interested to hear that they have no selling point here for silage. That's odd. Very weird. Very, very weird. But we have some selling points we can use. While we're going through here, I can kind of show you just briefly if we put something down. We want production, selling points. Actually, they put this on a worker. Perfect. It's on one. Perfect. Let's put it on a worker quick, so in case they get to the end, I don't run into something, break anything on the harvester. But if we go to a selling point, we can put down like the sell everything container, which should allow us to sell everything. There's a sell everything just a grate if you want. So there's a couple of things we can do. Selling station, grain gate. There are a number of things we can try to sell, which hopefully would allow us to do so, but we'll have to take a look and see what's the best fit for us. There's also the potential to buy a factory of some sort to utilize for this, but again, this is all requiring us to have a lot of money to do so. Like, ideally, I would like to have, if I can find it quickly here, there should be a, I don't know what he's doing right here, which we could put silage into this, and we could turn it into methane or something else to sell. I don't know what he's doing. What is he doing? He's going to back up all that way? No, he's just going to start in the middle. No, whatever. But yeah, we could sell, you know, that kind of stuff, and then we could, you know, we could get something to sell the methane, which I think methane is pretty good money. I don't know if there's even a spot to sell methane on this map. It might be another thing we have to put down, but you get what I mean. Yeah, there's not a selling point for a lot of this stuff, actually. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop the worker here real quick. We're going to finish going around the headland as we normally do. That's the main reason why I go around the headland, is to prevent things like that from occurring. Like the worker getting confused. But yeah, like I said, this is not going to be a very good yield because there's a lot of weeds in there. It's okay. We bought this field when we bought all the land we own. We bought all of this, and it was basically a bonus, right? It could have been fields that weren't ready to harvest. We got lucky there. This field is much more manageable, so what I'm probably going to do is honestly chop up that big field up there into 2 fields. I just think it makes more sense to chop it into 2 fields. It's going to be easier to harvest. We can have 3 different fields running 3 different crops, and all can be ready to harvest at different times, and we don't have to spend so much time on one episode just harvesting that one field. Just because our harvester is not very big. We only have a 6-meter working width here, so for that kind of a field, I would really ideally have a much larger working width, at least double, like a 12-foot working width would be ideal. And we just currently don't have that. We could probably afford it, but that means we'd have to upgrade our harvester, and we cannot afford that. So it's a give and take here, right? So that's kind of why I'm thinking I'm going to break that field up into 2 different fields. Ideally, I'd also like to do some kind of root crop. I've never really done a root crop. I have done potatoes before, a long time ago, when I first was starting out playing this game and really didn't know what I was doing. But that's the extent of my root crop. So I would like to do some carrots or some beets, something of the new stuff that just came out in the Platinum or whatever they call it, edition that just came out, or expansion, whatever. Oh, this nice piece there. So once we get around the headland here, we will put this on a worker then, and hopefully he won't get confused, or she won't get confused. And then I will go grab the trailer, the tractor and our trailer, so we can fill it up, because we're already at almost 70%, and we're probably going to be close to being at a full grain silo by the time we go back there, get the tractor, and get over here. So, if not full beforehand. Alright, I went ahead and backed down here to the end because the tank is almost full. It's going to be full before it even gets to the end, so I just wanted to have the arm out on the right angle without having to back it up and get it all out of the way. Where did I... Oh, I left it over here, didn't I? I forgot I left it over here. It just makes sense, I guess, to leave it here. Just got to get used to that I put it over here now. Because it already has a cover there. I mean, that's really where it probably belongs. Just stay in there. So we're going to have to get a bigger trailer, too, because otherwise we're going to make a ton of trips when we try to go sell all this stuff here in the next 2 months or so. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, whatever it is, whatever it ends up being. I'm just going to stop him real quick, because he evidently got to the end. He must have taken he did take a very thin path and just kind of ended up cutting it off, and that's why he was going to turn around and go the other way. But we'll fill this up first and then put it back on him. And I'm going to go look at the silage bales here in a second and just see what they're looking like. I don't think they're going to be ready. I think, like I said, it's going to be closer to noon, but we will look anyway. It's worth just checking to make sure. Let's get out of this. No, okay, maybe. Kind of stuck against the wall there. Put it a little bit too close to the wall. There we go. Alright, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? 90%. So yeah, they're not quite ready. It's gonna be about noon. Maybe even later than noon, but it's gonna be about noon. Some of these are closer than the other ones, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is just I'm just going to start my own path here, and then I'm going to set it on him. So hopefully it doesn't have that same issue as last time. I don't want it to have little portions that were missed. So we'll have to remember that when we harvest this the next time. They'll probably do 2 passes around the headland before we stick it on a worker, so that issue does not occur again. We're actually getting more out of this than I was expecting, considering how many weeds there are. Really need to get some kind of crop in the field though in that one, like ideally today. So that's why I'm really hoping these silage bales come through for us. Truly, that's if they don't, then we're gonna have just fields sitting here empty, gaining weeds for no reason at all. Great demand at the farm shop. I like that. Go take a peek at that once we turn around here and see what the demand is at the farm shop. Because if it's for either canola or oat, we're going to be selling that. We're going to at least make a couple of trips and sell that now. Because if it's great demand, that means it's going to be the highest it's going to be this year. Alright, he should be working fine now. So, let's take a look if I get the right thing. The farm shop. It says great demand for the farm shop. I don't see great demand at the farm shop. I see it dropping in price. But it is the highest for oat, technically. 2,956, but it should get higher. So we're going to wait, because it can get up to 3,378 on average in February. Well, January, I guess. January, February. Okay, what is he doing? He's just doing his own thing now, I guess. I guess he did not like the path that I put him on. Oh, boy. Alright, well, you can just do your own thing, I guess. We'll just see where you get to. So, while he's doing whatever he decides he wants to do, let's realistically look and see what are we going to get for a drill here. Honestly, I want one of these, right? This is not a very big working width, 6 meters. I mean, I really would like 8 12 would be fantastic. 165. It's not that much more than this one, so why wouldn't you buy that one? 3 meters. That's not even worth it. 6 meters. 9 meters is pretty good for 72,000. That's not bad. You need 225 horsepower. This one only needs 180, but this is cheaper, much cheaper. And it's still 9, which is better than 5.2, which we would get when we typically buy these cheaper old school direct drills. 6 meters for 44. That's not terrible, but it's still 6 meters. It's really, I mean, there's no real point to go from 5.2 to 6 for that kind of a price. The Montana 6 meters. I like that, but nope, that ain't gonna work. So I guess that's what we're eyeballing here is the Bednar Corsa CN 9000. 72 grand. That's what we need. And it requires... I forgot to look at that. I mean, I said it to you guys, but I already forget. 225, that's what it was. So, 225 horsepower. What can we get with 225 horsepower? What can we afford, relatively speaking, to get the 225 horsepower? Not much. Not much is what I'm seeing here. 185,000, man, that's a lot. I don't know if we're going to get even 200,000 out of the silage. We might. We might. But we got to find a selling point for that, actually, don't we? I forgot about that. So let's do that really quick. Let me see if I can go on to the mod hub and see if I can find anything for silage here. Be right back. Alright, gang, I figured out what we're going to do. So we're going to put down this sell everything production, or selling point, excuse me, not production. This one right here. And my plan is to put it probably back here, kind of out of the way. I also thought about putting it out here, but I just feel like, no, I don't really like it there. I kind of like it up against another building, because that's where you would imagine normally seeing these. So we're going to stick it over there. We don't have enough money to do it, so we're going to have to sell something. Oat is not too bad. I want to look at canola and see what the difference is right now. So canola is 3538. It goes up to 382. 2964 versus 3378. So, I mean, they're about the same. It really doesn't make a difference, I don't think, which one you sell at this point. Although you make more money off of the canola, so that makes me think I should do oat. So, he almost has a full grain tank, which is good for us. We're running out of money anyway. We need to go sell something regardless. Man, he has butchered that whole thing up. So we'll unload the grain tank here from the harvester. We'll go put it into our silo, and then we will put some oat in here and go sell some oat. Make a little money, be able to put that down, and then from there we'll hopefully be able to do our silage bales as well. I'm going to let the 10-minute marker go until we get to about 1 o'clock. Once we get to 1 o'clock in game time, we will drop it back down to 3. I don't want to get in too dark on us too early. Depending on how long this episode goes, I'm not sure how long it's going to go for, but probably not too much longer. Again, I'd like to at least get something put in the ground, because we currently have nothing in the ground. Might get to be a full trail load here. Alright, 91%. Let's go unload this. And then, like I said, fill up some oats. We'll go sell those oats. I don't know if I'll do a full trailer load of oats again. Again, I want to try to save as much as I can to try to make as much money as we can when it's the best time to sell it. Because that's really what the challenge is here. We have to get $1 billion. And I know it's early. Even to be thinking about even trying to get to that point, it's early. But I just want to make sure that we're using our money to the best of our ability, and honestly, those silage bales are where our money's going to come at. So really, I don't need much. Just if I fill it up 20 or 30%, I'd be happy. But I'm probably going to do a half a tank again, or half a trailer again. Just feels a little pointless to drive all that way for really nothing. Unload the canola. Just make sure we're not going to hit the roof there. Looks like we're good. I really would like another trailer too, because it unloads so slowly. And I've looked in here trying to see if I can figure something out, like if I have something set incorrectly. But I don't. That's just how it unloads, unfortunately. So there's not really a whole lot I can do. I mean, it's good if you had like a conveyor or something like that. This would be the ideal trailer for you, but we don't. So we only have 43,000 oat left. Yeah, I don't love that. That's good enough. We're just gonna go 22%. We're gonna leave the rest in there. 4,438 liters. I believe the farm shop was the best location. We will take another peek though before we get there and make sure that we're going to the right location. We want to go where we get the best price. And then the nice thing is, once we get that sell point down, we could sell all of our product there. We don't have to take it very far. There may be situations where it is more beneficial for us to not sell it at our own home base, but based off of money and you know, funds and gas, wear and tear, all that stuff, I think a lot of the times it's probably going to be worth it just to sell it there. And not only that, it will save us a bunch of time too. Yeah, we're going to the farm shop. That's where I thought that was. The one we first went to, I think it's the very first one we went to sell stuff at. No, it wasn't. It was the second one. We went to the left the first time, didn't we? We went over there, I think. I don't know. Doing so many episodes and so many different videos, everything's kind of blurring together for me. We'll see you at the shop. Alright, gang, we're almost there. Pulling into the shop now. So this is much less than what we had before, so it's probably going to be about 12,000, maybe 15,000 if we're lucky. Maybe. Okay, it's somewhere in here. I feel like last time we had the same issue where it didn't populate the trigger. There it goes. I think I actually guessed something right for once. Nearly. I said about 15. 13,214. Pretty good. Forgot to turn the turn signal off. Alright. We'll head back up to the farm here, gang. It's a little past 1 o'clock now, so we're going to turn this back down to 3 times, and the bales should be good to go. We're gonna place that, sell everything great down, and then sell the bales. See you guys there. Alright, gang, we are back at the farm. We're going back across here. The grain tank is almost full once again on the harvester, so we need to be over here ready to put the trailer there for it to unload. Hoping it makes it to the end without having to get stopped. Yes, it looks like it's going to work. Yes, perfect. Little off. Alright, let's go put this down over here. Construction. Probably I'm in the way there. Construction. Production. Selling points. We want the sell everything container. Kind of want to put it up as close as I can to the edge here. I want to make it as realistic as I can. That's good enough. Perfect. All right. So, let's get over here. Let's get this... Oh, we gotta start the engine up. Let's get this going again. Put it on a worker. Perfect. Yeah, stop the engine. I don't remember stopping the engine. Maybe just auto-stopped on me. I don't know. You know what? Before we go further, hold on. He's gonna yell because they're gonna say that's in the way when he's trying to turn around. Let's move it. And we'll go get our trailer of bales, and we will sell those things. Now, I'm not sure if we'll sell all the silage today. It just depends on how much money we get. Like I said, we've got some goals here. Our goal is to get another tractor if we can do it, and a drill. We know the drill we want. We know kind of the tractor horsepower that we need. We know kind of the amount it's going to cost. 180-ish thousand. It's a lot. We need these bales to come through for us. Let me see if I can figure out the silage price, if it fluctuates at all. 527. The highest is going to be is 567. I'm fine with that. I mean, it could go higher than that, but let's just see. It's not that much of a difference. Alright. Flippy Yui. Flippy Shitty. Whatever you want to call it. $96,000. I like it. That's just from one pass. We've got at least 300,000 here, minimum, right? I'm just gonna sell them all, gang. We need the money. We really do. We need the money. Ooh, this is good, man. This is good. This is real good. This is going to be extremely helpful knowing that we have this so close and we can sell these silage bales here. And that's what we want. And then down to the bottom and unload. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright. 340-ish thousand, give or take. $346,836 where we left off there. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Right, let's drop that off there. This is going to allow us to buy pretty much anything we want as far as a drill goes. So, based off of that, I think I'm going to buy the 165 one. It's super large. It does take half of our money away. Well, a little less than half, but takes a lot of our money away. It only requires 180 horsepower, which means that our current tractor cannot, but it can almost pull it. It probably could pull it. It probably won't have any issues, honestly, if I put it on there. Probably wouldn't. It's pretty flat, so it shouldn't have any issues there. We may actually try it. Now, it doesn't have any fertilizer with it, so we'd have to buy something for fertilization. I'm fine with that. If we go to 206,000, it needs 300 horsepower, but it does have both. This one I don't know for sure if that has both or not. It looks like it does. Yeah, I think it does. I still think we're going to go this path, I think. Alright, we'll go to the Michelin's. Michelin man. 12 meter working with is really good. Okay, we got it. We need seeds first of all. I'm gonna buy 6 bags of seeds. Actually, how much does it hold here? 5,800 liters. So yeah, 6 bags. I was pretty much on the money there. And yes, I am buying the liftable ones just in case we ever have to lift it up for some reason. 6,000 liters. 4,000 bucks. Okay. And then we need a fertilizer. We already have a sprayer, but we're going to need to get herbicide for it. I like that. That's really nice. 36 meter working with. Woo! That is a working with right there. Oh, man, that'll make quick work of this. Why would you not buy that? That also has a 36 meter working with. It doesn't have as big of a tank, though. Okay, before we get ahead of ourselves too much, we need to get another tractor, like I said. Oh, that tractor's out of there. Crap. Took too long. Oh, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? 145, 200... Oh, that's too much. That's too much. We can't do that. What can we buy? What can we buy? We're going to go to the medium tractors here, gang. It looks like these are all going to be under 200 horsepower for the most part. I thought there were a few in here that were over, but I'm not seeing them. So let's go to the medium tractors. They're going to be in here is where we're going to have to stay around. $57,000 there. It's like a rice. It's like a rice one though. We don't really need rice, but it's rice. I mean, it would work. That's not really what we want though. We don't really want to do that. I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's only 81,000. It's not terrible. Gives us almost 100,000 to play with still, and that meets our requirement too. Why would you not go? I don't know. Rear dual singles, singles inverted. Yeah, I like fenders. I don't really care about the logo. Front extra lights. We don't need that. It doesn't have any mirrors. That's fine. I don't need any mirrors. A rock box, huh? Okay. We're going to put the weight on it. We might need it. I'm not going to put a front loader on it. I think we already have one. I kind of like the black. I'm going to go with black. Rim color. Let's just murder it out. All black. Yeah, let's go with that. I like that. All right, we're going to go with that. We can upgrade it later if we need to. $85,000. That's not terrible. I don't need inverted. I just want regular singles. 82,000. There we go. We dropped it down a little bit. We're going to go with that. Gonna head back here because I think our harvester is gonna be full. We're gonna need to unload that, so let's unload that first. And we'll head down to the shop. We'll pick up the drill. We'll get the drill started. And we'll go from there. We'll see you guys once all of that's complete. Alright gang, we're back here at the shop, and you may notice that the drill we have is different than what I had just bought. Well, I forgot to check to make sure it was a direct drill, and it was not. I really don't want to cultivate every single time, so I sold it. We lost a couple $1,000 from the process, but that's okay. It's alright. It's all part of the plan. So, we've got a new one. It is, I think it's 8 meters instead of, I think it's 8 meters. Let me look. Hold on. It's a little bit less. Yeah, 8 meters. So a little bit less than what we had originally planned on doing, but I still think it's going to work fine for us. And it's a direct drill, which is what we want. Alright. That is filled up. We've got some extra bags there because it does not hold as much. So we'll have to get those bags, I'm sure, soon enough. But this should be enough to do half of the field, which is what my idea was anyway. And we'll go from there. And you can see the tractor is very skinny. So this would be an ideal, perfect tractor for, actually before we get too far, let's just make sure that it can do, okay, we're going to have to upgrade the tractor too. Hold on, hold the thought for a minute. Sorry car, I'm in your way. Ideally this tractor would be good for doing olives or grapes, things like that, because it is so skinny. You could get in between the vines to do the fertilizer and all the mowing and all that good stuff. So we may consider doing that in the future. I have never done grapes or olives before. I have an interest to do them. We'll see. We will see if that becomes available for us to do so. Let me go ahead and get this upgraded. So it's going to cost us a little bit more money, which is going to cut into our funds for the rest, but we should still have plenty. And like I said, if we absolutely have to, we can sell more crop early if we absolutely have to. 240 is what I need. That's what I thought it was. 240. 239. I feel like it could pull it at 239 horsepower. I'm going to do 239 horsepower. I'm not going to worry about the rest. I'm going to save myself a few funds for now. Alright, I'm going to go hook back up to this. We'll get back to the farm. We'll unfold it. And we'll at least get drilling our first field we're going to make out of the one big, gigantic field. Ideally, I'd like to make them separate sizes, but we'll see. I'll think about it while we're getting up there. See you guys in a minute. Alright, gang, we are pulling up here to the farm. I need to go check on the harvester. I believe it has finished. It was unloading, and I don't know if the worker completed his task or if he needs to be reset. I need to go take a peek at that. So I'm going to leave this here for just a second while I check. Yeah, he did not finish his task. Somehow I must have flipped something off, and now it's turning everything off when you're not on it, which is weird. And he's turning the tractor or the engine off every time I flip from vehicle to vehicle. Don't love that, but we'll fix it later. There we go, baby. Direct drill. Here we go. This is what we wanted. Unfortunately, the other one, I bought it before I really looked closely at it. It was a mistake on my part. A stupid mistake on my part, but Now, I think the problem with doing a worker here is I'm going to have to go from left to right, or right to left, either way. If I go up and down, they're just going to keep going and make it one big field again, and that's not really what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make this a little bit of a smaller field. I wouldn't say super small, but a little bit. We're going to cut across here. That'll be two pretty nice sized fields, honestly. I'm kind of all over the place here. It's not really a straight line, but we can fix that later. I'm going to put some kind of grass in between it. Just a very, very small, thin line of grass. This is good. It moves about 11 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. Pretty fast for a drill. I'm not used to that kind of speed when I'm doing most of my farm sim videos. So, this is good. We're going to go around the headland here, probably twice, and then I'm going to put this on a worker, and I will complete the harvest of whatever's left of it, because you saw how bad it was. The worker butchered it pretty badly, so we're going to complete that. I'll probably put a quick grass line in as well here once we're done going around the headland twice. But this tractor's working great. It's 1 horsepower less than what it was asking or what it was requiring, but it's having no issues at all doing this. So I think it was smart for us. 'Cause I don't know if we'll ever make this tractor go give more horsepower than it currently has. I don't really think we need to. I think by that time we'll be upgrading our tractors to bigger and greater ones. Because I have my eyes on the prize of getting $1 billion, and to do that, I want to be able to have a ton of fields. And to have a ton of fields means we need to have bigger equipment that can get things done faster. Because if not, we're just going to be spinning our wheels on the same exact plot of land, or a couple plots of land, and not really be able to make any progress because it's taken us so long to do, those plots of land. We can't expand out to other ones. We don't have the time to do so. This is still going to be a hefty plot of land here. This is going to make us a lot of money just by itself. And I'm talking about when I say I'm going to put a thin layer of grass, I'm talking about the thinnest layer of grass you probably have ever seen. Just barely enough to make it seem that is a completely different field. This should be plenty on this side. I'm not going to worry about this side anymore. They should have enough room to turn around, I'm hoping. I mean, maybe I should probably do one more strip, but I'm just trying to get backwards and get this little strip that was missed. And I'm all over the road. I say road, I mean the farm, the field. That is a bad job. Let's try to fix this if we can. Keep it straight, Z. Keep it straight. Or mostly straight, at least better than what that was. I think I have them split out pretty well. That one's going to be a little bit smaller, I think, than the one we're currently making. which is fine. I kind of wanted that. I wanted one to be a little bit bigger than the other one. This should work. This should work nicely. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to set this up, put it on a worker, and see how he does. Should be fine. We'll do a little offset here, going across some of the ones we've already done, just to make sure we hit everything. That nothing's missed. Okay, good. So let's go into here, and we're going to put, like I said, just a quick little layer of grass paint to signify a different area. Alright, this is going to be pretty bad, but we're going to give it the best we can. Yeah, I'm already going at a bad angle. Yeah, I'm just going to try to keep on the edge here. I mean, I'm going to go over it a little bit, but that's okay. As long as we get close enough to it, I'm fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, that'll work. That'll work. Again, it's not perfect. It's not really... I'm not really trying to be perfect with it, but it's good enough that to get the point across of what we're trying to do here. Alright. So, I'm going to get into this. We're going to finish this thing. Because the worker could not do it. He's missed a lot of bits and pieces here. Clear this up. Let's get this done. All right, gang, that is the field back there, completely harvested, loaded into the silo. We also missed a little sorghum, which we grabbed there at the end. That's the field done. I'm actually just going to leave the worker working on this field. I'm not going to take over and go into anything like that. We'll just let him work while off camera, and hopefully he completes it, and it'll be ready to go in the next episode. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free, helps me out a ton. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. Subscribe to my other channel if you haven't already. Check out the 200 horsepower challenge we're actively doing. There's a number of us doing that. It's been a lot of fun, so definitely check that out. Not really a competition or anything like that, but I always try to make it a competition. We're just kind of see how everybody does. It's just a challenge. So with all that said, once again, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, we'll see you guys in the next episode.